Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. And what is this video about? Well, we're going to do some acid lines using arpeggiators. It's snowing here in the UK. That means that the entire of the UK has lost its frickin' mind and has closed everything. So I've gone home early from work and we're going to do some acid lines using arpeggiators. Why am I doing this? Well, because a patron of mine very kindly asked me to do this ages ago and I completely forgot, and now I've remembered because they reminded me. So why do it this way? Well, because unless you own a TB303 or that style of step sequencing, trying to kind of recreate the groove and the funk of it is not sort of immediately obvious, and kind of tedious if you're programming it in with MIDI or whatever. So I'm going to sort of do it with some arpeggiators and some MIDI effects so that we can actually play it and tweak it. And it'll generally be more fun. So, what we're gonna use? Let's drink some beer. All right, I'm gonna use analog because analog has some. Sorry about that. Analog has some of the characteristics of mono synth of such that we can kind of create the sound. Recreate the sound pretty easily because it's got things like legato on the filter and it's got some nice glide here, which is kind of quite important. So where's a good place to start? Let's just draw in a note. Let's draw in a note here. One long note like that. Okay, let's listen to that. Okay. First thing we want to do is set the voices to mono, and that's kind of it for now. Let's get our arpeggiator out and let's get our note length and our pitch and our scale. Let's go with the blues scale. Everyone likes the blues scale. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure yet if they need to be in that order, but we'll see how we get on. Let's group them all. And let's macro the note length to macro number 1 and the pitch to macro number 2. Let's just quickly jump into the editor and let's give the pitch a range of -12 to 12. Cool. Let's set the arpeggiator to 1/16. And that ought to be... Okay, so we need to do a couple of things to the envelope on the synth. Let's turn the release all the way down and the sustain all the way down and the decay all the way up, I think. Okay, let's use some of the clip automation. Cool. Bring the filter down a bit. So legato is, let's just turn that down a bit. Legato is on the filter. So the note length, if the note length's really long, then when the portamento, the glide kicks in, it'll move the MIDI note smoothly to the next one whilst using the first note's MIDI event. And we want legato on filter to do that, so we get that sliding filter sound, which is quite characteristic. There we go. The only problem is with analog is that when you adjust the envelope amount, it kind of clicks. I don't know why that is, but I don't know of any other instrument in Ableton that has legato on the filter. I don't think Operator has it. Let's have a quick look. Let's see what Operator has. Filter. So where's the filter? There's the filter. No, there's no legato on the... we can have one voice. Retrigger. Guess we could turn the help on here. Retrigger. When enabled, notes which are already played will be re-triggered rather than generating an additional voice. Turning this on can save CPU power, especially if the note is long. Yeah, that's not what I want. Let's go back to analog. So, yeah, when you adjust the envelope and the envelope amount, it clicks. It's rather unpleasant. I'm just going to have it somewhere in the middle. There we go, it's already sounding pretty acidy. And we can change the So that was kind of it, really. Let's just maybe do like a different clip. Oh, what have I done there? What was that? I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back to this clip. Okay. Nice. We can go an octave down here. Cool. I don't actually have any drum sounds available at the moment, so we might just have to stick with none of my libraries are installed at the moment. I've been moving between computers, so we'll just have to stick with what we've got. So why don't I put that in there as well? Oh, you don't want to go in there. Oh, I know why. It's because it's not an instrument rack, it's a MIDI rack. So let's ungroup these guys. Ungroup you. Now let's select all of this junk and group that. Okay, this is better. Okay, so let's do what we were doing a minute ago. Let's set the length to macro 1, the pitch to macro 2. Let's just quickly do this. FNAF. Okay, and record another sequence in. Sounds very quacky. Let's macro the filter to macro 4 and the res to... And why don't we maybe try the decay, the filter envelope decay? Yeah. Now it's important that I put the decay up full sustain. The release and the decay, the release and the sustain need to be down because we're going to play with the gate length, and if we have like a release, then it kind of won't work as well. We could record a little bit of filter tweak. Let's maybe move that MIDI note down an octave. Down it goes. Okay. We could go for square wave. So if we have the glide up full, then we get very slow. So the fun bit is, like, if you do something with the clip automation that you like, you can record that to a new clip and use it in your song. Let's do that. So let's go to MIDI track number 1 here. Let's choose MIDI from instrument rack 2. Post effects, yeah. Oh. Yeah, no, we definitely want post effects. And let's just record it, see what we get. Oh, it didn't do it. Oh. So why didn't it do that? Let's go back to maybe we need instrument rack post effects, not that one. Let's try this. Let's see what we get. There we go. There we go. So it's kind of recorded all those MIDI tweaks to a new clip. We can use that clip now, put that back into here and disable. Oh, it's done it anyway. So we would have to turn off the note length, I think, and the arpeggio, and the pitch, and the blue scale. There we go. So once all those effects are disabled, then you have the original. Let's go a little bit nuts. Let's continue with the tweaks. Oh, That's because I turned all the effects off. Okay, let's turn them all back on. Yeah, so you can get some fun acid lines with like this. And obviously, if you want it to be a longer sequence, you just make the clip longer, and you make the note longer. Then you're recording the MIDI automation into a longer clip. Okay. Neato. You could maybe experiment with the arpeggiator of including a couple of more notes. Let's have an octave step of 1. Doesn't sound that good, actually. Try the different filters. Oh, Christ. Sorry about that. So yeah, analog is probably quite good for this, unless you've got like if you've got like a 303 synth like VST, like that one that Audio Damage do or something, or any of the other various types. Then yeah, you can kind of use MIDI effects to create your acid lines. Let's just chuck a load of distortion on it, shall we? Let's just create a new clip here. Let's come back down to 120. So yeah, why don't I get the, let's map that to macro 8, let's map that to macro 8, let's map that to macro 8, let's make that to that thing. Okay, so I'll call that, well, you can just say that macro 8 here is going to turn those effects on or off. So let's turn them on now and just refresh what we were doing a minute ago. Let's record the new MIDI that it's generating. Okay, so now when you've got your clip, drag that back in and maybe turn off the effects like that with that knob, and then play that. There we go. That's one way to do it. Okay, so I'm going to go and zip that session up now and put it on Patreon. Yeah, if you want to get involved in Patreon, please do. And like, share, subscribe, stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was useful. See you next time. Bye.